Hi, this is Steve Gillmor, and this is a video special edition of the Gillmor Gang. I'm here. It's a great pleasure. It's been a long time in coming. I haven't seen Jonathan for quite a while, but Jonathan has agreed. Jonathan Schwartz, who is the president and CEO of Sun Microsystems, has agreed to sit down for the first time in 3 or 4 years and talk about what's going on with Sun. And I want to start, Jonathan, by thanking you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Steve. Long time. Nice to see you.
So, there's been a lot of turmoil on Wall Street, as I know you know.
Yes.
And what's your take on that?
Well, I think that it's a cyclical thing. As you know, Sun has been very prepared for this because we took $750 million off of KKR a few years ago. So that's in our war chest, and I think that we're in a very good position moving forward, Steve.
And specifically, what are you doing?
Well, what we're doing is, as you know, Sun has always been very proactive in the open source movement. I know you're very familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
What we want to do to help our customers during this very difficult time is keep up with that trend of open source. So I'm actually very pleased to announce, Steve, that Sun is starting a new open source initiative. We're going to be releasing the source code to my ponytail as open source, Steve.
And how's that going to help the situation?
It's open source, Steve.
Yeah.
It's my ponytail, Steve.
Yeah. We've had this conversation in the past.
Yes.
Some things, open source, fine. You get a lot of adoption. You get a lot of exposure in the marketing arena.
Yes.
But how do you make money on your ponytail?
Well, what we're going to be doing is releasing my ponytail as open source. So what we're hoping is that our developers take my ponytail and develop some kind of revenue stream with my ponytail. Did I mention it's open source, Steve?
Yeah. So how do you open source a ponytail? What does that mean?
Well, basically what we do is we had some of our best and brightest engineers here at Sun go through my ponytail and find out the unique attributes about what makes my ponytail so successful in the Valley. And what we've done, Steve, we've open sourced my ponytail, Steve.
Right. Jonathan.
Yes.
Just repeating this over and over again doesn't necessarily arrive at a business model.
Steve?
Yeah.
We're going to take my ponytail
Right.
and make it open source. Now, I know that this is a big concept for you, but I really think it's a game changer, Steve.
So, who do you see as your competition in the open source ponytail arena?
I think that we pretty much have it locked up. I don't see anybody who can compete with Sun Microsystems when it comes to the open source ponytail market. I think that we're in very good shape, Steve. How much do you miss Scott McNeely?
Right now, a lot.
Not nearly as much as I do, Steve.
Okay, so what are you going to do about, you've laid off a lot of people in the last few months.
Yes.
And how's that going?
It's going well. In fact, we have another round of layoffs coming. Once the ponytail is released into the wild, we'll be releasing that team that open sourced my ponytail, Steve.
Well, I have to say that I was hoping for something a little bit more visionary from you, Jonathan.
Well, I think that this is quite visionary. I don't think that Bomber's releasing a ponytail. I don't see IBM releasing a ponytail, and if they did, it certainly wouldn't be open source, Steve. We are very, very excited about our open source ponytail program. If you want, you can go to sunmicrosystems.com/ponytail. Any other questions, Steve?
Yeah, I got one that I hope will be a stumper for you, which is, do you see any relationship between your open source ponytail strategy and micro messaging as popularized by Twitter?
Well, I'd like to open the pipe to the ponytail, except as you know, Twitter is not exactly handling XMPP correctly at this time, are
That's
they,
correct.
Steve?
No, they're not.
Right. So I don't see the correlation between an open source ponytail and a closed off micro blogging system, Steve. I think that the ponytail is much bigger than Twitter.
And the business model again.
Let me say this real slowly and clearly. Open source ponytail.
This has been Jonathan Schwartz, along with me, Steve Gillmor, and good luck, John.
Thank you, Steve. God, I miss McNulty.
It's kind of sad.
Think it's going to work?
No.